At a time when some parts of Sonoma County have seen a decrease in income over the past year by as much as 20%, it's more important than ever to be in the top 5% of vacation rentals in your chosen niche. In this video, we'll share the 6 secrets to building a profitable vacation rental business. If you stay to the end of the video, I'll share an important tip and explain why you need to move on from thinking about your vacation rental as just a house. So let's get into the first of the secrets. Number 1, it's not passive income. If you think running a vacation rental business is passive income, it just isn't. Of course, you can outsource the entire process to a third-party management company, but you'll be sacrificing significant margin. Buying and then launching and running a vacation rental is more like running a business where you're the CEO, the CFO, the COO, and the call center operator all in one go. So you need to come up with a full business plan and do your research up front on the market and also the type of experience that will lead to, repeat customers and repeat guests. So number 2, don't follow the herd. If you're looking for a vacation rental property, the easy thing to do is to focus on the areas that you know are popular with vacation rental guests. Daniel Rustine, who actually wrote a really good book called Profitable Properties, describes 2 types of markets. He's got discovered markets and undiscovered markets. A discovered market is a market that is well known outside of the local market. For example, Healdsburg in Sonoma County or the city of Sonoma in Sonoma. Everyone knows of Healdsburg as a destination for food and wine lovers. By its very nature, a discovered market will be well known outside of the local market and will have a high flow of visitors. An undiscovered market, for example, will have fewer guests for sure, but then there'll also be fewer vacation rentals available. And this potentially makes the demand for the available properties that much higher. So in his book, Daniel Rustine used Turkey as an undiscovered market. Unbeknown to me, Istanbul is a major destination for people wanting a hair transplant. I definitely didn't know that. So properties close to some of the big hair transplant clinics often make a good vacation rental. So while thinking about how this might translate to Sonoma County, I would say that somewhere like Occidental, for example, is an undiscovered market for people in the Bay Area generally. They will all know places like Guerneville in the Russian River area, but Occidental is a town much less well known and definitely on the rise. It's also a place that attracts a lot of keen cyclists because it's the epicenter of gravel bike riding in Sonoma County. So it has its own unique appeal among a smaller community. And what's more, it has a much smaller number of vacation rental properties relative to the demand, creating strong occupancy numbers. So the third thing, micro neighborhoods matter. Once you've identified the right general market using the necessary data, then the choice of property will come down to much more subtle but important details about the micro neighborhood. If you're buying a home near an attraction, it needs to be near it, not a 20-minute drive away or 20-minute taxi ride away. If we take an example of buying something in the Russian River, for example, then being close to the river or close to a public beach you can walk to will make all the difference. Equally, if you are close to the river but have a 15-minute walk up one of those steep, winding streets that is a lot less desirable, then a property which is a 15-minute walk along a flat road is going to be way more popular. If you are targeting the wine tourist, then a home that's a 5-minute walk to a cute winery is immediately going to increase its appeal. Similarly, if you're targeting a destination town such as Healdsburg, finding a place where you can walk or at the very least have a 5-minute ride along an easy road is ideal. The next secret is not all properties are equal. One of the questions I often get asked is, what size of home should I buy? Well, a large part of this is driven by the budget, but it's important to do some analysis on the market by looking at the number of properties of a particular size, looking at how many 1-bed versus 2-bed versus 3-bed properties there are, and then looking at the occupancy levels and average daily rates and the annual revenue for each of those different sizes of property. Doing this analysis and then comparing it against the difference in purchase price will help you to really start to understand the dynamics of the specific market that you're targeting. Aside from the cost of the home and how many bedrooms it has, the actual home layout and the amenities are all really important. Is it open plan or are the ceilings high? What are the unique features of the home that will pop online? Has it got an outdoor shower? Is there a convenience store nearby? Are the bathrooms and showers an adequate size? When you're looking at the home, you need to look at it through the eyes of your potential guest and think about how you can create the most welcoming space. The fourth secret is create hero spaces. Every home can be improved to make it more appealing, regardless. That doesn't mean you need to do a total remodel, but choose a space you want to improve. More often than not, the outdoor space is one area that, for a relatively small amount of money, can be improved by adding some seating or a hammock or a grill or something to make the space feel just that bit more appealing. If you have a small budget to do some interior improvements, pick one high traffic room to improve. It could be the kitchen or the primary bathroom or bedroom. If you improve one room, you can then use that room to create a great cover photo for your listing. Another detail that people often forget about is lighting. Changing the lighting can make a big difference and a big impact on the space. Even adding accent lighting to light a particular feature or making lights dimmable can all contribute to enhancing the feel of a room, both online as well as in real life. So the fifth thing is know your potential guests. My background is in marketing, so while this is obvious to me, it amazes me how often it gets overlooked. You need to have a really clear idea of who your potential guest is. It's just like a company knowing who its customers are, who its target customers are, and how the product needs to meet their needs. If we take an example of someone coming to Healdsburg, then the obvious market is to focus on large groups of people who are attending weddings or coming here for bachelorette weekends. However, there are lots of people who travel here on business who work in the wine industry, or couples who come here for a romantic anniversary weekend, and groups of friends who come here for the cycling. Depending on which profile of guest you're going for, you should try to optimize your property for that guest. For some guest profiles, having super high-end toiletries in the bathrooms will make the listing stand out. If it's a larger party crowd you're after, then having a tiki bar in the backyard could make all the difference. The sixth thing is surprise and delight. Of course, when you advertise your vacation rental, you want to communicate all the amenities, but sometimes it's nice for guests to find a nice surprise when they arrive. The most obvious surprise item is a welcome gift basket that a lot of hosts provide. An alternative is a departing goodie bag, which could have a local bottle of olive oil from a winery or some chocolates from a local chocolate shop. The great thing about a goodie bag on departure is that they will be receiving it at about the time they will be asked to write a review. Other ideas for surprise and delight features for guests will be extra phone charges. Let's face it, we all forget phone charges when we travel. Or a gift card to a local coffee shop, or slippers for guests to use. All of these small items, they don't cost a lot of money, but they create a good feeling with the guest. And finally, the biggest tip. Think about it as an experience, not a house. When a guest is searching for a listing, they've already decided where they want to go, so you don't need to sell the location, unless it truly is unique in its own way. You need to sell the lifestyle or sell the experience. For example, if we were to target cyclists, then we might stock the house up with snacks for people to take on a ride, or set up an arrangement with a mobile velo service so they can get access to home bike repair. Providing a series of ride sheets or links to great rides in the digital guidebook will all help create a great guest experience. If you are targeting guests who want to come to wine country and visit wineries and restaurants, why not provide enough bikes, either electric or regular, so they can easily get around and enjoy the area to maximum effect. Alternatively, you could offer for them to have dinner cooked at the home by a local chef. Obviously, there'll be a premium for this type of service. There's definitely no silver bullet to guaranteeing a successful vacation rental, but by treating purchasing a vacation rental like setting up a business, by doing all the necessary market research and then setting up the property to make sure it delivers the guest experience to your potential guests, you will almost certainly be successful. I get calls all the time from people looking to buy or sell vacation rentals in Sonoma County. So if you do have any questions about different markets and what homes are worth however much money, then please do give me a call on 707-238-2112. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy the next video on screen right now.